Hey, hi. Get cozy and get comfy because we're gonna set up my 2022 Bujo setup. It's amazing how fast this year has gone. It's weird. And I know everyone says it, but it truly is. Things go by so fast. I can't believe I'm already setting up everything for next year. And I like to set up things early so that way they're done and I'm not crunching to get anything done. So here we are. Let's get into it. So I'm using for next year the A6 Stalogy. And I Mod Podged that painting you saw on it with the year, just for aesthetic and for use later on. Anyway, so here I am setting up my Alistair method for my year at a glance. I love to use the Alistair method this way. I just put the initials of the month at the top with a little hashtag for the dates and a little dot underneath the month that the occasion is happening, and just write down the occasion right next to the date. So simple, so clean. I don't need to have a whole bunch of little calendars, which are adorable, but with a small planner like mine, I need the space. I need to use my pages as sparingly as possible. So this method just works for me in so many ways. It's just, yeah, it just works so well. But I keep this very simple. I don't even put like a year at a glance underneath. I just know what it is, so I don't need to work at it. And I love it so much. It's amazing for me. Here I am just finishing it up. I had to bump through it because it would have taken forever. And I will do the next 6 months later on. You'll see it at the end. But you can see how just awesome it works out. It's just so simple and clean. And I can keep adding to it too, just underneath. It just works very well. So here we go, jumping into the next thing, which is my monthlies. So I set up all my months at the beginning of the year, so that way they're already set up and I don't have to set up the calendar every single month. I have it ready and prepared, and a lot of the time I find use for it much sooner for certain things. Plus it just helps when I'm planning certain things to already have the month there and I can see it, and I can plan months in advance without having to use a notebook, a note page of something else, or a sticky note. The month is there, it's set up. I just can write my little symbol for whatever it might be, and then I write the actual thing on my digital calendar. That way I can see it in my notebook, which my brain loves, and I can see it in my digital calendar, which helps everyone. So I just keep them really, really clean, simple calendars. I don't do anything too big with them, just because, again, small notebook. And I just use this ruler, this like alphabet planning ruler I got at the local bookshops here in Toronto, Indigo Chapters. And this ruler planner thing, I got on sale, and I think I got it for like $5 and it was like 15. It was awesome. I got it as soon as I saw it because it just works so well and I use it for so much. Later on you'll see me use it to just stencil out like everything, like the titles for everything. I also use it for just writing the first 3 letters of the month at the top of the calendar when the calendar is done. It does so much. It rules, it gives me a cool stencil, and it's one of my favorite things I own right now. I recommend finding one of these if you can. I do have another little one that I got off of AliExpress, and it's just like a ruler and the alphabet. I like that one too. Oh, so the pen that I'm using is the micron in .3. It just works so well for setting up everything in this book right now. It's just the size that works out well for writing down everything, making lines. It just works well for me. So with setting up my monthlies, I just put the first initial of each day on the above part of the calendar, just at the far corner. I just felt it was a little bit different. It looks nice, it's simple, and I can always add to it as the year goes on when I'm setting up my monthlies more aesthetically. And it's just a minimal way of having it set up. And then I'm just writing the dates in the corner. I'll actually do all the filling out of the information later on, just because it'll take a while, and I'll just do it on a kind of a slow, lazy day when I have a little extra time. So I actually forgot to put in the name of the month at the top, so I did do that later on, and you'll see that happened. But yeah, I should have done that right after I finished the calendar. I'm just gonna show you this calendar setup, because if I set them all up, it's just gonna be boring and monotonous and pointless, because we all know what a calendar. And here I am, moving on to the next thing. I do this thing in the back. It's like a mini Alistair method, but for next year, for any anniversaries or anything that pops up for next year, any birthdays or whatever that I forgot to put in that also needs to go in next year or something. I keep this in the back. It's come in handy a couple of times. It's not the most handy thing for me, but it's a thing that I feel like I need just to be safe. And here I'll even put like appointments. If I don't put it right, get a chance to put it in my digital calendar, I will put it in here right away also, just so that way if something happens, I know that thing's gonna happen next year. if that makes any sense whatsoever. So here I use my stencil thing just to write in 2023, which is weird. 2022 is weird, but 2023 is even weirder in my mind. But here I just kind of cut the page in half, and you can see that I do 6 months on the top half and 6 months on the bottom, and that's it. I'm done over there. And then the next thing I'm doing is a seasonal task master setup. It's kind of a place where I write down all the tasks that need to be done seasonally, like furnace filters and like other household tasks that you need to check often. I try and do it every time the season changes. It's just a nice marker to say, hey, check this. You know, so I just write out, you know, changing my furnace filters, cleaning windows, certain seasonal specific tasks, like for spring, clean out dead plants and shrubs and seed new grass for the following year, and organize cupboards and just things that need to get done that kind of get forgotten. So that way I have a master list of to just see them, and it's just a good way to remember them. And then right next to that, I do a thing I call routines. I got this idea from Caitlin Gray, which she kind of inspired me with. She inspires me with her setups to do certain things, and I really love her aesthetic and everything. But I saw her do this earlier this year, I think, and it's nice and it makes sense in some ways. It's a simple checklist kind of thing, yeah, nice little reminder thing. So here I have dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and yearly. Dailies, it's all kinds of things, like personal care things, tidy the home, me time, work, make sure I eat 3 meals a day, brush my teeth, super just things you don't really think about, but you do every day. But it's just nice to kind of see it out like that. And then my weekly stuff is cleaning all the rooms in the house, laundry, monthlies is bills, planning the following month, log the month, yearly photo storage and digital storage, and setting up next year's stuff. And if I want, I can add or remove whenever I want. It works out nice. It's a nice little back of the mind toss page that makes sense and works. You can kind of see here, it's just a nice little simple thing. I don't worry about it too much, and it's repetitive, but I know what it means, and it's just kind of, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm kind of over explaining it, but you know, it just, these two setups side by side work and make sense for me personally, so that's why I have them, I guess. Okay, so here I go, and I'm setting up my collections. And my collections, I'm keeping very simple, tidy, and just easy to use for such small planning. So I'm just writing collections at the top. Later on, I decide I don't want to have it like that, so I make it nicer later on. But I did it now for some reason, which is fine, whatever. So you saw me make a short column. One column side will be for the pages, and then the subject on the other side. And I'm going to keep my trackers and stuff super simple and minimal. I'm not gonna go crazy tracking all kinds of stuff. I'll add if I feel like I need to try something out, but for the beginning of the year, I'm just gonna start off with the things that I know I'm gonna use and I know I'm gonna need, and just start small and see if I want or need certain things later on. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I call it my bookshelf. And here I'll write down later on the books that I want to go through this year. On the side, I put a little X or check, depending on if I like it. If I don't like it, I don't go too crazy. And an author watch list. And then I move on to my hobbies and work section of this. And here I do my art prompts. And this one right here, I set up for how many posts I post a month and how many followers I have each month. I'm not super hardcore with any of this. It's just a nice little simple way to watch things grow or change, or what falls or what stays out, kind of thing. So I will show you how it works later on. In another video if you guys want. And then here I do my shops. This one's for my shops. So I did the two Instagrams for my art and my planner. This is for my shop, my art shop. I have shops on Redbubble, Etsy, Spreadshirt, and TeePublic. And here I'm just gonna have how many sales that month, and on the other page it's like how many listings I put on a month. So I'm just gonna grow the listings rather than like I put 5 new listings. I'm gonna be like, I had 50, now I have 60, and watch it grow that way. And you can see here it's just simple columns, the initial of the months, and then I just stencil on the titles of all the setups. And even my setups are super basic, minimal, and just straight to the point. I don't want any thinking to do. This is purely just a place for my brain to just relax and just see things and take in that information, and it's done. So I absolutely love this stencil. I think I'm gonna use it for a while. It just makes everything so quick. I have used stamping in the past and it just doesn't work for me. I feel like I take such a long time stamping out everything, and with this I just move it around and it's there, and I just fill it in with my pen really, really quick. And it did kind of ruin my felt tip of my pen, so be warned, maybe don't use a felt tip pen. It didn't ruin it too bad, it just kind of changed the shape of the felt tip. but it's not too bad. So the pen is still usable and it still does everything it needs to. So it's fine. But just be warned, you might want to use like a gel pen or something instead. And here I'm just kind of closing it off, all the letters. Here, there you go. You see me going back to my prompts. And my camera decided to give out, so this is actually another day. I did a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So, you'll see in a bit. I basically just put all the titles on stuff with that stencil, so you didn't really miss too much of anything. But here, oh, my setup's completely different. I'm so sorry. I'm working on it. I will get better in time. So here, let's get back to it. Here I am setting up my decorations. So these are like my title page stuff. So here I'm just putting the 2022. It says welcome 2022. And I'm just using my stencil thing. And the tea stain paper, I got the instructions on how to stain the paper from Plant-Based Pride. I'll link it down below because it worked really well. And I love this paper. I think I will use it a lot. In all different kinds of setups. And I always go in pencil first, because if I don't, it doesn't always end well. So, pencil first, always, and then I'll go in, write it in a marker, and then I'll erase it. So, I'm just making sure all the numbers are nicely closed. There's not that gap thing that you have with these stencil things. I'm just gonna double side tape it in, and move on to setting up the rest of this. I just use the sticky notes to point out what each group of pages is for. So on those sticky notes, I just wrote it out like, I did like a shorter way of showing what's going to be in this. So, and how many pages I need to separate out. And then I know what's happening, obviously. And then I just toss them away when I'm done. Or I've saved a few for other setups. For later, I just put them away in a little spot, so that way I can just use them again. Rather than actually tossing them out, because it's a waste. And these sticky notes are just so cute. They're little Fuji mountain stickers that I got at the Japanese dollar store that's close by to me. I have so many of these little sticky notes. Their sticky notes are so much fun. I have cherry blossoms, and then like I have this like modern samurai guy, and it's so funny. I love the sticky notes that I get at the Japanese dollar store. I will continue to get these sticky notes. Oh, so side note ramble, from here on, I kept having issues with my camera, so things get a little bit choppy, and I don't get to show off everything that I did, because I can't see if my phone shuts off because I'm using my phone to film, and it's above me so I can't see, so I think it's still filming when it's not. But after I did all this tea stain paper, I started adding in some stickers from AliExpress, and my tabs, I believe, and it just didn't film anything, and it really annoys me that that happened. But I thought something is better than nothing, and this way at least I have something out and I can work on making better content in the future, knowing what I know now and changing how I film things, and improve, because that's a part of everything in learning new stuff and trying new stuff, right? So so bear with me. So here's the stuff. I added these really pretty floral stickers that I got off of AliExpress, and these tabs I got off of AliExpress for the months. So I just quickly showing you everything I did. See, I did my little collections with the tea stain paper and Workets and Hobbies for my trackers and stuff. And I added the first 3 letters of the month. And here I am going back in with some more decorating because I wasn't actually done. So I can't remember where I got this, but I got some washi tape. It might have been Wish or AliExpress, one of the two. And they have these cute little buildings. And there was a bookshop one, so I really wanted that bookshop. So I cut that one out from the roll and made it a nice little sticky to decorate my little bookshelf spread. See, it's just a cute little building. I love these. It's just so cute. And here I am going in to find another one. There's another roll that had like miscellaneous stuff. Here, plants and stuff. And I was gonna do a little potted plant, but then I remembered there's a pile of books in there somewhere. So I saved the potted plant for something else. Because I just thought it was a little too big and taking up space. And it just wasn't working. It wasn't fitting properly. So I went and tried I found these little stack of books. I think I also used it in my 2021 bookshelf setup. And it works. It's cute. So I did the same thing. I went into the roll, found the one that I want, cut them out, and rolled the roll back up. And with my art prompts, I actually am using one of my own stickers that you can find on any of my shops, my Redbubble or Etsy or any of them. So I'm just using the transparent one, and they're pretty easy to move about. You should be careful, but they're pretty easy to move about if I needed to move it around. But yeah, that's my own sticker there. And then here, I'm just erasing some of the pencil markings and cleaning it up. And there, it stopped filming again. But here, I'm going to show you what's up here. It's a little bit of a flip through. I added this little thing. It has my last name in Japanese. My husband made this thing for his business cards he gives to clients. So I put that there, and I'm going to put in my personal information, my 2022 welcome And here is my year at a glance with those really cute floral stickers that I got off of AliExpress. Same on the monthly. Keeping it simple. Went right to the back. That's where I put in that potted plant that I saw. That I was gonna put in with my routine. Here is my seasonal and routines. And then my daily, this is one thing that I forgot that didn't get filmed. I'm gonna fill this out closer to the beginning of the year, and it's gonna be kind of like my dream day for next year. There's my collections and my bookshelf. All simple and tidy. I might add to things, I might not. But to start, very simple, very minimal. And I used some painter's tape and some blue washi tape and stickers that I got off of Wish or AliExpress at some point. And I really love how these turned out. And then empty pages. That's all. If you have any questions, please shoot me some questions in the comments or or whatever. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.